Today we're talking about getting good grades, and we definitely want to talk about how to get A's. Whether you're in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, grad school, the technique is still the same. There were so many tips and techniques that I've learned along the way. I would like to share those with you today in a summary view. My name is Health Coach Tamika, and today we're talking about getting A's. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get started. All right, so let's get into it. All right, first things first is to prepare. Definitely in this first course, because this is a track of different courses that are offered on the website. But in this first course, we're going to learn about how to excel and prepare to get an A in a class. First things first, make sure you have proper supplies, right? Pens, pencils, notepads, books, and access to class materials, because that just saves so much time in the long run. If you have everything you need up front, you have your notebook, you have your pens, you're ready to go, and you have it in an organized fashion. Organizational skills are so helpful to be able to put things in set locations so that you can easily retrieve the information when you need it. If you have a 3-ring binder, those are very helpful as well. You can do a 3-hole punch and just basically divide your different classes, or divide, if you have like one binder for each class, you can make divisions in terms of, okay, the outline, the syllabus for the class, any notes that you have, any resources that you have, and you can make divisions within that binder. So I will be sharing with you today tips on how I was able to successfully get A's in elementary, middle school, high school, and then on to college. Tip number 2 is consider rewarding yourself for good performance along the way. We call those small wins. So basically, like if you have an assignment and you hand your assignment in on time, take a little time, go get some ice cream, have some snacks, get some popcorn, whatever it is, so that you're basically rewarding yourself so that you feel good about it. Just a little bit of background about myself. I grew up and I was rewarded for getting good grades by my mom and dad. They would give me little small tokens of love and appreciation, especially when I brought home A's. It was a motivation for me to do the best that I could and put forth my best effort. As I received rewards, just kind words of good job, Tamika. Sometimes I would get toys, I would get a pat on the back, sometimes even monetary gifts based on the number of A's I got. But then after a while, I became self-motivated. As I saw how good getting good grades made me feel, I wanted to feel more and more better. So you can do the same for yourself. Reward yourself with some snacks as you complete and hand in assignments on time. Reward yourself for good test grades. The next may seem obvious, but read the material. It is so important to read the chapters that are assigned. You may think that you can skip through and just kind of highlight the main key points. I found that I was more confident going into the test when I read the material. I remember hearing in school that there was no reason to read the material, like in terms of textbooks, because I would never use it again as I got older. But that was so far from the truth. Like, I use a lot of the information that I learned in school now to make decisions on my job. And I also noticed it when I went to take the test. Like I was saying, I felt more confident in knowing the material was pretty much covered, that I had it pretty much basically word for word, had read the chapter. And then I would start reading as soon as I was assigned the material, because of course it takes time to read, and that's what happens is sometimes we can skim on time. We try to cram the information in, and then we miss really taking in and digesting the information because we run out of time. So I would start reading as soon as I received the assignment. I would read each chapter, and then I would create an outline. And that's tip number 4, create an outline. Chapter title is the heading, right? It could be Roman numeral 1, the name of the chapter, and then the subtopics under each chapter is then the next number or letter as part of your outline. I have some examples of outlines on our website, but any type of supporting details under the subheadings within the infinite, I would end it with the next letter or number. I first read the chapter, then I would go back and outline it. This proved to be monumental as one of my fellow classmates came to me and shared with me this secret of outlining material. I was really knocking those A's down when I got that information. It made life so easy. And even though it may seem like it's something simple, it was monumental in me achieving good grades. There's no possible way to know everything about a subject, especially for those of us that have visual memories. Outlining is an excellent way to recall the main ideas of any material. And it proved to be one of the best secrets that I'm passing on to you as it was passed on to me. And then tip number 5 is utilize your resources. If an instructor or teacher has office hours in which you can ask questions or is accessible to you, utilize that platform. Ask your questions related to the material of the class. It's part of a teacher's job to answer your questions outside of just the normal teaching hours. I remember one teacher I was asking questions over and over again, and I was in college. I was determined to get the answer. He became aloof with me, and I had to seek a graduate student as a tutor to help me. I was getting already a B in the class, but I wanted to do even better. I did not let the teacher's resistance stop me from excelling in the class, and I ended up getting an A. I was there in school to learn, and I was going to get the material. I was determined. I had trouble understanding the material and how the material was being said. So I thought about different ways to get a higher grade than even a B by working with the tutor that my school provided. The tutor presented the ideas in a different way, and I was able to do so well in class. So for more tips on how to get good grades, the all-natural coach way, right? Because then we want to talk about also nutrition and our health and how important it is to get the proper amount of rest. So the continuation of this class, visit the website, which is posted below. Happy studying. Talk to you soon.